Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing all right. This is Peter and welcome to TechSavara. Today, well, I was going to jump back onto CAN bus, but some other stuff has come up and I thought, well, let's try something else out. So just a bit earlier, I was experimenting with my cloud services. I use DigitalOcean, and so I have some stuff that I need to get done, and I thought, well, why don't I create an API for it? So this time we're going to explore Vapor, and we're going to explore the API, REST API functionality of Vapor on our DigitalOcean Droplet. So a Droplet is basically a server. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive into the documentation for Vapor, how to create APIs. I'm going to have a look at the documentation in Medium. There's an article we have there that we can use. So I'm going to spin it up. I'm going to set up a basic CRUD system. I've already set up the the name references for my IP address for the Droplet, for the server. So all that's set up. I can SSH into it. So it's really easy to get set up. So basically, this is like a backend setup. I want to set up a backend system so I can then ask this backend system to resolve or infer certain data that I want to use for identification through a neural net that's going to be uploaded. So I need to set up an FTP server. I need to set up a HTTP service with API request system. We're going to use Swift Vapor for that. I was considering the Django, but I just really like Swift. Swift is just so much more expressive. It's just so much easier to build. The warnings are there when it compiles. If there's an issue, there's an error for compiling. You don't have to run it to double check the types, and it's strongly typed. There's just such a better language from my experience in using. I can sort of throw things against the wall with Python really easily, do tools and things like that. But for things where I want a little bit more stability and structure, and I want some confidence in the functionality that it's going to do what I want it to do. And if there's going to be an issue, it'll throw the types of issues that I would expect it to throw as exceptions. So error handling is better. Management across different multi-threading is better on Swift. So we've got on this Droplet, we have Ubuntu set up. We have Docker set up. Now I'm not going to dive into Docker. I'm just going to set up the Vapor in the root in a user that I've created, just so I can then use this as an MVP prototype on an app. So we'll do the backend first, and then we'll look at doing the app stuff, and then we're off and away. So the great thing is that I can use this backend system for the CAN bus functionality. Basically, I want to be able to read the CAN bus data and then upload it onto this cloud service for storage. So the CAN bus stuff we'll put on hold until next week. The great news about CAN bus, if you're sticking around to have a listen, is that basically I can set up two wires. I don't need an ECU. I don't need even a powered cable. I can have two cables with two 120 ohm resistors on each end, and then those two cables I can transmit and receive on that same set of cables. And I'm not sure why I didn't think of that before. I thought it had to be arbitrated. But it looks like if you've only got a transmitter and a receiver, then that should work, because there isn't any multiple sets of traffic that needs to be arbitrated and there's no error. So it should be straightforward. This is why in the book that I had before, it had those two units when it had all the projects. But anyway, I digress. We are going to dive into Swift Vapor, and we're going to create a REST API. Let's get to it. Let's explore. Basically, we've got a couple of things, right? We've got our Vapor codes here, where this is like how we do Vapor, which is what we want to set up. And I also want to launch an we could do an SFTP service. So let's see, Ubuntu start SFTP DigitalOcean, right? So maybe that should have a quick walkthrough on how to do that. How to use SFTP to securely transfer files to a remote server. How to enable SFTP without shell access. No, I want shell access. How to enable without shell? How to enable this without shell? Shell. Initial server setup with Ubuntu. Okay. We've got, what about if we FTP? TP. It's gonna be TP. No, setting up. Enabling access. What's this? Linux command line primer. We don't really need to. Yeah, that's like basic stuff. We need to set up a server, search community, setup GP in command line, Ubuntu. Okay, come on. Set up FTP. Just how to do set up FTP. Set up FTP. Oh, how to set up via set up FTP server, right? So we want how to set up FTP for user directory Ubuntu. How to set up VS FTPD. FTPD is a fast secure. Okay, great. VS. That's exactly what we want. VS. Okay, sudo app update. We do VS FTP, and then we will do that. Okay, let's just log in. Let's get started. Let's go. Let's get right in there. Let's go. Let's jump in. SSH. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'm also practicing Vim because when you're doing like this kind of like stuff on the terminal, you really should know your Vim, which is good because I kind of like it. I dived into like Git, setting up Git command CLI stuff. Just such a better way to do Git than it is using any kind of UI tools. So I'm really enjoying that. So anyway, okay, so we're in our user here. We got sudo stuff. Yep. Okay. What do? We want to update sudo apt install vsftpd. When installation is complete, copy the configuration file so you can start with a blank configuration. Also, what do we have here? We have CyberDuck. No, yeah, we do have CyberDuck. We could use CyberDuck. What do we want? Transmit. I always liked CyberDuck. It just seemed a little bit friendlier. Got that kind of, it's just a duck. How can you transmit? But transmit actually works better, in my experience anyway. All right, we don't need that. We go here. Okay. All right. What do we have? Quick connect servers. We want to set up a server. So we've got this. This is our transmit file. We don't really care. Maybe just downloads desktop. Go to downloads. Really should delete a lot of this stuff. I don't need it. Don't need this. Delete. So let's move the trash, and then I'll freak out that I've deleted something. But okay, this is where we are. We have a number of servers here. We want to add one once we set it up. Let's set one up. Sudo apt install SPD password. Okay. Oh, okay. Password. Damn. Okay. Okay, so I've copied my password. Let's see if this works. This should work. Yeah, perfect. We're installing. Yep. Do you want to continue? 308. Yes. Working. So I've got the smallest droplet you could possibly get. I just want a proof of concept. Let's keep it going. Come on. Move it. Setting up newer kernel available. Pending kernel upgrade. No, man. Don't tell me it's going to do a kernel upgrade. Restarting the system to load the new kernel will not be handled automatically. You should consider rebooting. Okay, I will reboot. Which services should be restarted? Okay, Docker. Oh, I guess everything there. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we don't have any containers, so all right. I should do a container, right? But I don't have the time to go. I don't. Look, maybe I should do a container. Maybe not. Look, really, I mean, this is a proof of concept. Do I need to do a container? That is a good question. All right, container. No, let's not do a container. Okay. Sudo cp. When the installation is complete, copy the configuration file so you can start with a blank configuration file. Okay, yep. Let's copy the configuration file. All right. Opening the firewall. Okay, so we have OpenS UFW status. So you need root. Oh, don't tell me I need root to run this. Oh no, there we go. There's root rights. Okay, so we have OpenSSH and v6. So we want to add allow UFH. Oh, okay, on the ports. So FTP sudo UFW allow 2021 and on TCP. TCP allow. Okay, but no TCOP. That doesn't make any sense. TCP. Bad port. 2021 990. TCPP. TCP. Okay, rule added. So we've allowed, we'll open our firewall here. We also want to allow next open port range for passive ports. You'll be sitting in the configuration file. Okay, so this is the whole thing, right? We're setting up 4,000. Well, actually, it was 4,000. From 4,000, 40,000 to 50,000. And also TCP. Okay, and then let's check activity status. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, sorry. Sudo UW status. All right, let's see. Yep, we got them open anywhere. V6v6, but we also got it in IPv4. Cool, that's exactly what we want. Preparing the user directory. Sudo add user. We've already done this. We're actually in it in the other user. So we want to create a folder. Okay, there, home. Okay, all right. We don't actually need to do that, right? We go out here and get there /FTP. How do I? Oh, are you serious? Oh no, mkdirt slash mkdirt dot slash FTP. Here we go and set the ownership. Okay, interesting. Wonder why we have that. Nobody. Yeah, great movie. Great movie. Okay. Okay, so we just have this for my user here on the server. We want to add ownership node group. We want to set the all rights for the FTP. A always all right. I think A right, maybe. I am not sure, to be honest. I'm not doing this through root at the moment because I just wanted to jump in my user. Let's see. So we have, let's go. .la.ftp. Let's see what we've got there. We've got nothing there at the moment. Cool. Okay. Next, create files, and we don't really need to do that. Oh, what? Assign ownership. Okay, we assign the user ownership. Okay, because home SAMI files. Okay, that's weird. Maybe okay. So you can actually copy things into the. So let's okay. So, okay. So this is suggesting that we have a separate folder for FTP/files, and then we change ownership. Well, I guess it's already ownership from me here. FTP/files, right? That should already be a thing. Permissions check FTP should return the following now. Okay, so we had files dr xlu. Okay. All right. Yeah, nobody, no group. Okay, that's right. So the first one's right. And this is, yep. Okay, so that's got the correct permissions. And now here we are. Okay, so we got echo. So what is this? Finally add a test.txt file to use for testing. Okay. Echo this. HTTP test file, sudo t. I don't know what sudo t does. That's different. Okay, I should kind of know that. Oh, you learned something new. This is what we're doing, right? It's exploring, learning. That's what we're doing here. Test.txt. Okay, VST test file output. Yeah, okay, that's good. Test file. Now that we've secured the FTP directory and allowed the user access to the files directory, next we'll modify configuration, configuring FTP access. Okay, so they're using Nano here. And I don't know the difference between Nano. I think Nano is just kind of a more generic. I'd like to use Vim, but I don't actually know how to use Nano either. Once you've opened the file, confirm that anonymous enable directive is set to no. Yep. And uncomment this to allow local users to log in. Local enabled, yes, that's already done. And on upload, yes, no. Okay, so these settings prevent anonymous logins, permit local logins. Respectively, keep in mind that enabling local logins means that any normal user listed on this. Okay, so basically, I'm going to use this as a test bed. We're going to set up this FTP to upload files. That's what it's going to be for, and then internally I'll move those files in. But I guess the first thing is to get this FTP service running. Let's test it. Let's see if we can get this to work. All right. So if we go into, we started it. So Control X. Do we have anything else here? Right. Some FTP commands allow users to add, change, or remove files and directories to the file system. Enable these commands by uncommenting write enable. We need to have write enable. Write enable. Yep. Yes. Okay. Yep. Control O. I think. Cut. Control C. K. Cut. Paste. Replace. No. And ch root local user. Yes. Uncomment the ch root to prevent FTP connected users from accessing any files and commands outside the directory. Okay. Yes. Next, add a user subtoken directive whose value is. We'll then add local root. Okay, why is this? This setup ensures the configuration will allow for this user and future users to be routed to the appropriate user's home directory when logging in. Add these settings anywhere in the file. Okay, so we got user sub token equals user, right? And then the local root. Okay, because we've created a directory for each user, or we will create a directory, the local root will always be in the home directory, and the username. Now, okay, so it'll be my username. Yep. Limited range of ports. Passive min port, passive max port. Let's see. PASV. Limit the range of ports that can be used for passive FTP to ensure enough connections are available. PSV min port equals 40,000. Oh, yeah. PASV. Okay, so this VSFTP, VS virtual. Okay, I'm not sure what VSFTP stands for, but I hope it's the SFTP service. I don't think it is. I think it's just I think it's the FTP service. Or maybe. Is it just the FTP service or is it SFTP service? VSFTP. Ooh, this was done in 2021, so it's quite old. Yeah, so that's the last one. Debian. Okay. I think we're using 22.4. But I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. I know there's commands that we can check the actual user, so the system information. Okay, sudo mkdir, done that. Okay, we set up, and then we have, what is it? User list enable, yes. User list. Okay, we have the user list here. User list deny, no. To allow FTP access on a case-by-case basis, set the configurations that the users have access only when they are explicitly added to the list rather than by default. User list deny. Okay, right. Can we just copy and paste this? Control U. Cut buffer is empty. Oh, okay, good. That works. That way I don't need to worry about actually doing anything here. And then, okay, so then we Control X. Yes. Okay, perfect. And we want to echo my username to. It's funny. I saw that comment. I thought of actually just catting it just to make sure it's there. And then I saw that comment here that also has that here that you need to cat it. Yeah, it should have the right thing. Perfect. We want to restart the daemon to load the configuration changes. Okay, so we want to restart system. The great thing is this is actually similar to Mac. I'm quite comfortable with all this stuff, right? So there's a lot of the same thing, a lot of the same commands. It's not exactly the same. I use brew on Mac, but this is like apt. Cool. So we restarted VSFTPD daemon, and then testing FTP access. So we've configured the server to allow only the user to connect to make sure that we're since you've disabled anonymous site, you test it by trying to connect anonymously. All right. So it's this exit. Where are we? It's completed. Okay. Don't mind here. FTP. Yep. Okay. PWD. No. FTP -P. And we have the. What have I done before that? I don't even. Does it keep all of my commands? No, it doesn't keep all my commands. Let's see. IP address here. Okay. Jump up the IP, copy the IP address, and we'll just go, yeah, FTP-P. Okay. This is SFTP-P. Nope. SFTP-P with the, yeah, okay, that should be just SFTP. What am I doing here? Okay. And what is the output here? Oh, what am I doing? It's not the right. SFTP-P, and we actually want the right IP address, right? So, bing it. What is the output? Let's do anything. Come on. Yes. Permission denied. Permission denied. Cool. Connection closed. I think it's using public key though. It's using public key stuff. So I've made it SS. Oh, it's using SSH FTP. Well, there you go. That's not going to work, right? I wonder if that user list. Permissions denied. Even though I have the key, it's using the password. Okay, so now we gotta go. Okay. How do I do? -P should be password. Okay. How do we do that with this FTP? Port P P P P P P -P. SFTP -P. Okay. Connection closed. How do I log in with SFTP CLI password? Username, password. SH password. If you have a few options, how to run SFTP command with password from bash. No, SFTP. How do you can use that with password? Linux SFTP username at Set option put no SFTP-P. Generally, including the password in the command line is security risk. Sure, yeah, okay, but then username at okay. Okay, SFTP-P, and it was at about that. That's probably because even though I put it, why did that work? I have an I have this SSH key to log in, right? So maybe that's why. Derm. Oh my god, I could just like FTP. I just FTP'd in SSH key into everything. That's not what I wanted, right? That's yeah. So I guess I have the root SSH key, which I did to log in here when I set this up. I set up access. I set up the here. So we got here. We have what have we got here? We got when I created it, created access for this project. So this is the names. No resources. Okay, doesn't make much sense. To be honest, I would have thought that that would be kind of safe. That's all. That's all. Yeah. Cool. Network apps. Resources. Resources for this. Create a managed database. No. No. Sign up below. No. No. API and CLI docs. Yeah. So when I think when I set it up, access console usage enable. Destroy my teams. I guess. Where did I even set that up? And I did this yesterday. This is activity settings. Enter the name. Manage app platform droplets. So that's the droplets that I've got. This is this droplet. Access. Maybe because I actually, when I created it, it asked me to create the SSH key to do it, which I did, but I can't seem to find where you can add it. Anyway, that's interesting. Volumes, snapshots, history, destroy tags, recovery. You would have thought it would be under access, but it's not. I don't really want to explore around here, and it doesn't really make much sense. Recovering console, history, kernels. Yeah. Turn off droplet. No. Morning, you still build for turned off droplet. To end billing, just destroy the droplet instead. Yeah, look, I mean, it's in New York City. I don't know why I did that. I should have done it in Australia. Anyway, IPv6 not enabled. Reserved IP address, don't care. Graphs. All right. So where do we got? What do we got? Let's try and jump in here, and actually, while we're here, let's exit FTP on this exit, and let's jump in here. And what I want to do is sudo apt get swift swift apt sudo apt get swift. Okay, what have I done? What am I doing wrong here? What am I just being stupid? Apt install. Yeah, sudo apt install swift. What do we got? It's just the following additional packages will be installed. Yep, just Python 3. All right, I think installing Swift on Linux install options. Installing via Docker, no. Yeah. Using Docker images. Pull the Docker image from Docker Hub. No. Install via Tarball. apt-get. Okay, if you're using, download the latest binary versions. If you're downloading Swift packages for the first time, import the PGP keys to your keyring, or verify the GPG, key server Ubuntu, refresh keys. Tar Swift version platform. No, we don't want to continue here. I don't know what that Swift is. It's probably not the same Swift that I thought it was. apt get. Okay. Install required dependencies. Pull the Docker image. Swift official Docker images. Swift Docker files. I'm not really sure how that works. I would have thought you can install Swift on Linux using Docker Tarball RPM. RPM might be good. Let's try RPM. How do we do it via RPM? Installing via RPM. CURL Amazon Linux extras install EP. Yeah, Tarball is like a bit extreme. I do have Docker, so we can try the Docker. Docker pull Swift. Permission denied. Sudo Docker. Swift. All right. Okay. While we're doing that, let's just go and try and quick connect to a server here. So we have protocol. passive mode. No, let's try SFTP. And we have the server. The server IP address. Copy the IP address. We'll just use the server IP address for now. Username. Password. Use the password. Password that's used. Connect. Let's see what happens. Quick connect. What's it showing? Where? Give us the infs. Give us the infs. Yep. Give us the infs. What do we got? We got files. We got files. Yes. Easy. Easy done. All right, cool. We have downloaded the image Docker image here. Okay, that's great. I'm not sure what can. I wish someone. I'd love to know how this works. So we haven't even really gotten to even coding up any API stuff. I haven't even installed. Like the whole thing was, let's get into Vapor. You know, let's see. Can we do this? Name. Oh yeah, that's right. Sudo. What does that mean? What does this mean? Oh, okay. Sudo docker run. Sudo docker Swift latest. So I'm on a virtual machine here in my exit. Okay, start Swift latest, and then attached to the Swift latest container. Okay, what about if I do exit here? Can I have a Docker image with it? What about RPM? We just Amazon Linux 2? No. Amazon Linux. I really just want to use Ubuntu apt-get. Let's just try this. We're going to step through this. Here we go. Okay. Yes, let's continue. 130 megs. We've got like 25 gigs. I'm not sure how much less left. That's going to take a while. And then download the latest binary Swift version. We don't need to restart anything. Okay. All right. If you're downloading Swift packages for the first time, import the. Okay, we need to import the keys. What are we at? Ubuntu 24, F10, 5.10. Okay, so we don't even have concurrency in 5.10. Wait, no, we do have concurrency. Jammy. Actually, we know we're jammy. We're at 22.04. All right. Oh, I got the wrong ones. Damn it. Wrong ones. Let's see. I should have figured this stuff out, I think. We're running on Ubuntu. What are we running on? What CPU? 1B CPU. CPU. What kind of CPU? x86, x60, x64. That's what we got. X8 x64. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Did we get? Okay, so what have we got here? Oh, yeah. All right. So we got the file. We get the key server. Oh, we do the keys and verify. So verify here. Swift. What do I go wrong? Is it because I didn't do this in the root? That's telling me the signature couldn't be verified. Why is that? Import. Import the keys. You not changed? Okay, we haven't changed the keys. The TinyZ archive servers are using G and UGP. Assigned. They're signed? But then, if they're signed, why didn't it do it? Ah, okay. I need to get the signature. All right. Let's check the signature. All right. Copy link. All right, and then we do this. Then we check. Yeah, that's sig. Yep. No public key. But that's sig. No, okay, let's try this. That's a 22.04. Yep, primary key. Okay, good. So why didn't sudo work? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Let's go on. Next. All right, we are here. If GPG fails, so we're good. We can just tar XYZ. Yep, let's just tar XZF. Tar XZF Swift. Okay. I got a feeling I should have put this in. This creates a user directory and location of the archive. Oh, for God's sake. No, it didn't create a user directory in the location. Okay, in the location of the archive. Okay. User. All right. So we want to do export path. BWD. User bin. So we go. We want to export this path. Export path. User bin with our existing path. So we'll do Swift now. All right, welcome to Swift. Now, okay, so we've done that. We've done this. We've done release. We've got this. Okay, we got Swift. Okay, now we got to get Vapor. Let's see how to set up Vapor. So let's run it. Get started. All right. Install Linux. Okay. Basic usage. Install Swiftly CLI. Visit Swiftly website. Support and distribution versions. Some new version supports. Okay, Fedora. Visit the Swiftly website. Swift on Linux. After that, install Swift with the following. Oh. Oh, for God's sake. Swiftly. I should have just done this. But look, Swiftly, a Swift toolchain installer manager. So Swiftly install. Okay, done that. Let's go sudo dnf install Swiftlang, Fedora, Docker, install toolbox. Now that you've Swift installed, you can also use Swift official Docker images, which come with a compiler pre-installed. So I do have a Docker image now, but I don't know where it is, to be honest. Like, I'd have to go and check the root. So install the toolbox. Now let's install Vapor Toolbox. The CLI is git clone HPSC toolbox. Okay. I should have really put this into the developer directory. LA. Let's see, where are we? CD. Okay, there. Okay, we got that. Let's see. Git clone. I don't. What? Git clone. Oh, what's going? Copy and paste. This is what you get when you're trying to do copy and paste and you're writing something at the same time. CD toolbox. CD checkout. Okay. Git checkout desired version. What is our desired version? Firefox. LA? I don't know what version it is. How do I get the version? Decide version. View the toolbox release again. Find the latest version. Okay. The latest version is 18.7.5. And that was from March the 4th. Good on you guys at Vapor for keeping this thing alive. March the 4th, not long ago. Keep it going. I will react with a rocket and a lot thing. I love rocket and we'll like it. Cool. Should more reactions. More reactions. Just keep supporting these guys. These guys are doing a lot of work. Really are. And sometimes it's open source. All this stuff is kind of open source. There are supporters. I have supported them for a while. If I make something that is financially viable from that, I will definitely give these guys some more cash. But anyway, let's move on to 18.7.5. Git check out 18.7.5. Okay, here we are. Git status. Head attached to 18.7.5. Okay, cool. We are at 18.7.5. Now we've installed this. We've installed it. Let's go. Make install. Oh, it cannot be found, but can be installed with make. Okay. So it would have been good to know that. So again, the goal is to get going with Vapor, and it's pretty easy. But what I'll do is once this is installed, I'm going to run the command to actually set up the project, and it'll basically set us up with a quick server. So basically, we go, we'll make Vapor, and that, once we build this, it should allow us to do next. Once you've installed it, getting started, hello world. So basically, we want to make it Vapor hello new n, and then this should run it on the local server, right? So on this server. So basically, we create a new Vapor instance, and that will run it after we install it. So again, once we've got this, then we can start looking at moving things from FTP into the file structure where we want to keep our model, and then we're going to use a CRUD system to create accounts to do identification steps. That should help with that. Okay, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take. We're at 30:42, so hopefully it's not going to take too long. Okay, 30 out of 42 steps, compiling API.c. I think API.c will probably be the biggest one, right? That's the one that we want also. Okay, so this is the old version 4.5. Oh, God. No. Oh, that's a warning? Warning. Whew. That's a warning. I was like, no, don't let this fail. 40 out of 45. Okay. 4.10.0 Vapor. Which version are we up to? And this is release 20. Oh, wow. Added sync storage. Let's 4.100, 4.99.3. So what is this? This gives us added new protocol functions to lifecycle handler. So we're still building it. This provides async alternatives to allow packages to provide full async calls through their stack to avoid these crashes. So that's one thing we're going to do, right? We're going to have a number of async calls that we want to execute certain things outside of the actual HTTP server in the CLI. So we'll want to execute, I guess, what we call inference through our model. So we'll also want to generate identification. Basically, we wanted to use it as a kind of like a facial recognition system. So we'll basically scan a face. We'll then create uh, the ID values, register them, and then we'll validate them against the registration. But to actually do the registration, we need to go through the model to infer the ID numbers for the face scan. And that's a whole other thing. I guess the first thing is just to get this up and running. Get something that we can connect with, and it's taking a little bit of time to build. Guys, so basically, finally got it running. So the situation was that um, I had to get a swap file. I had all kinds of issues building it. Took me ages to get it up and running. I got some help here on basically figuring out that Vapor 4 unable to build because I had run out of memory on this droplet, and so I created a swap file, and that fixed it. So I didn't want to have to record all this stuff about creating swap files, etc., etc. So we essentially have this up and running, and I'm not sure if I can exit this right now. Can I change this? Control C. So I think I have. So maybe can I sudo ufw firewall, right? ufw. What do we have? Sudo ufw. I want to enable the ports, right? ufw. What do we have? Insert. So we allow ports 8080 UFW. Now I don't know if I've got a localhost server running, right? So let's see if this works. Oh yeah, okay. Sudo UFW allow 8080-TCP. All right. Okay, rule added. So we got UFW. What do we sudo UFW. No. Okay, what was the asset firewall? Allow SSH, allow. Show, I think it's show, UFW. Sudo UFW show, right? So now we show invalid syntax. Show added. Show added. Yeah. UFW. Yeah. UFW status. I think that's what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So let's try to run that again. It should, I think, start straight away. Yep. Okay. So we have the server started on HTTP 1270.0.1. I don't necessarily think this is going to work, but I mean, we've got the port to our local host, or C tech text-var.co. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I can't even find the server. So, oh, okay, I spelled it wrong. Maybe if I spelled it right. So that's this server. What do we have here? We have that's okay. That's our Vim tutorial. We don't need that. Let's see what we have here. 125. We're going to our droplet. We have Vapor here. How to set up. We don't need this at the moment. Let's go back to our droplet. Where is our droplet? Okay, let's go. Take the go. We had the IP address. Just try the IP address first. And then we'll go into Ocean first, like that. We'll log in. It should log us in because we're already logged in. And let's go here. Will it? I don't think it. Yeah, I think I need to do a bit more work to expose. Is this HTTP? Yeah, HTTP. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, it doesn't have a certificate, so I don't even know if it's going to reach there. Port 8080. 8080. Yeah, okay, so I need to do a bit more work here to actually expose the server, right? So go to, but I think we're running out of time for today. Um, expose local server to outside paper. How to expose my local host? What about port forwarding? Okay, probably question percent fault. The only port forwarding would work, but you need to connect to your server through its IP. Okay, I've done all that. So system Wi-Fi router. How to expose machine via IP to outside network for server access. What do we got here? You don't need router. Okay, well, can we do Vapor? Just run it. Run Vapor on IP specific on my IP address. Run Vapor on my global address. Start up Vapor server. Yep. Okay. Host name. The host name controls which address the server will accept new connections on default is. Vapor's default HTTP server can be port. Yep. Okay. Swift one. All right. And where do I do these settings? Default image server. 2. Vapor includes high performance and Swift and IO. Okay, WebSockets. That's great. So why isn't this HTTP? It just, yeah, it didn't go there. 8080. Doesn't matter what I did there, writing Swift version. So if go Swift run. Okay, Swift run app serve slash host. The server configuration host name can be overridden by passing host name to the flag server host name. To app start. Okay, host name. Do that. Don't want to do local. Server started on IP address. So that is the IP address here. But will that work? I think I've got the firewall working, right? So we've got the address here, HTTP. I mean, 8080 would probably be the standard HTTP port, right? You'd think so. Let's see. 8080. Oh, great. It works. Finally, I had to use the port. Why didn't it? Okay, great. So that is a good thing because we can just use port 8080. We have a HTTP server for our CRUD. We can write an API service via HTTP, which is what we want. Just makes life easier instead of using sockets and a custom protocol and la da 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 da, right? So we just use HTTP REST, easy to communicate with the service. Done. We've done that. It took a bit more effort than I would have wanted, but when I was stuck on the swap file issue that I mentioned before, you need to create a swap file to have all the proper amount of memory. When that happened, I was so close to just going, let's just go to Django. But it works. Works. We got it working. And that's good. I mean, it's, I wonder if I should have made this, large text for all our friends on YouTube. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Next week it'll be one of the two. It'll be either we're going to be doing some AI stuff through the REST API, or we're going to go back into Canvas and we're going to do we're going to set up the two transmitter and receiver nodes. But look, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around and seeing how we can set up a Vapor server on Ubuntu Droplet in DigitalOcean. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye.